What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris. Wow. Okay. What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris. I don't know. Maybe I should just finish my water. Hold on.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh no! I spilled Oh no! My mouse pad. Oh yeah, that was horrible. I have a severe drinking problem, guys. Not good. Not good. This is gonna be game 3 between VP and No Tidehunter on the Dire and Radiant, respectively, from the Premier League Season 4. No Tides took game number 2 after VP took game number 1, and we're going to see who is going to be the victor in this set. Not surprisingly, No Tidehunter first picking up that Bat Rider. Wisp, though, is still in the pool, guys. Guys, no one banned out the Wisp, instead choosing to ban out the Gyrocopter. Usually Keeper Wisp are the bans out. But is No Tide going to go for that? Is anyone going to go for that? I would be really, really surprised. Okay, what No Tide should do right now, get the CK for Loda, get the Wisp for... Oh, who is it? Aki? Is Aki the Wisp? I think he is. I don't know, do they even have a Wisp player? They should. Everyone should have a Wisp player. But Wisp, sneaking through the cracks, was a hero that we have not seen in game number 1 or game number 2. And he got through this time. Let's see who wants to go for it, if anyone at all. VP, though, with the Lone Druid as well as the Magnus, they could have taken the Wisp CK combo right there, but they're what? They changed it. They changed it. I did not realize. It's now IO. EO? God damn it. Don't give me more things to pronounce, guys. Valve, what are you doing? Well, I'm just gonna call him the Wisp. Screw it. Warcraft 3, Wisp, and Wisp it shall forever be. It's going to be the Wisp pickup for No Tidehunter after the Chen. If nothing else, then to deny it to VP. They don't have the greatest Wisp tether heroes yet, but you could still account for that. But now, VP are going to know exactly what they have to do for No Tidehunter's bans, because No Tidehunter pick up the Chen, Bat Rider, as well as the Wisp. Their support lineup is pretty much complete. They have that jungle off-lane Bat Rider situation, possibly solo mid as well. So what VP are going to do right now is ban out the CK, ban out the Juggernaut, and possibly ban out the Tiny. We don't really see Tiny all that much anymore, but with the Wisp on the field, it's always a pretty large threat. VP is going to go for some tri-lane control with the Undying after No Tide going to ban out the Undying after targeting some tri-lane control. VP with the Magnus Lone Druid as well as the Rubik will have that in power as well as Bear combination, so a lot of damage from the Bear is going to be flowing. VP, their lanes are looking pretty solid as well. Magnus mid, Lone Druid, hard, easy. KSI did a pretty good job on the hard lane Lone Druid. Probably would want to run that again. So VP is still looking for a carry as well. And VP, instead of going for the CK, they're going to first ban out the Nature's Prophet. They should ban out the CK. If they don't, I gotta say that's a mistake. But banning out the Nature's Prophet as well is a very, very threatening hero, because once you have Wisp on the field, that means that there's going to be at least 2 people that are going to be able to drop down on you every single time you fight. And then if you get the Nature's Prophet on the field as well with the Wisp, then that number turns to 3. And then that is just a whole mess that you do not want to deal with. And they're not going to have to deal with. No Tide just targeting mostly VP's support picks, because VP already do have that 1 carry at least, as well as the mid lane hero. VP probably going to aim for something like a Luna as their safe lane farmer. I don't think they're going to run an aggressive tri-lane with the Lone Druid pick, although they still can. They definitely still can. Wisp isn't the best in an aggressive tri-lane. He will be partnered up with, ideally, the Chaos Knight, and Chen is unlike the Enchantress, needs a little bit more time to actually get going. But VP still targeting those global bans. Clockwork is a hero that No Tidehunter could very, very easily run in this situation. I've seen Admiral Bulldog run at Clockwork multiple times, and I think S4 is probably just going to head towards the mid lane as that Bat Rider. And the Clockwork does have a couple of global or at least long range spells. The Rocket Flare, of course, is global, and then you have the Hookshot, which is an incredibly long range spell. It's pretty much global. But VP, oh god, you guys really have to ban out the CK, or else No Tidehunter is going to make you pay. It's pretty much the fact. Everyone seems to be pretty scared of the Wisp CK combination, or the Wisp at all, and if the Wisp isn't in play, then the CK just isn't picked up. Simply how it goes. Changing Reality Rift into a spell that stuns is just such an incredible tool, and that's pretty much why we see the Wisp. Also, we have the versatility of being anywhere on the map at any time, but if you look at the Asian scene, I believe the status over there is that the Wisp isn't really a popular pickup because they're just a lot more careful. No one's really caught out of position, and even though Relocate can bring a couple people into a fight, it's accounted for. It's always accounted for. No Tide going to finish out their bans with Luna, and thank you, VP, going to ban out that CK. And what No Tidehunter should do right now is just pick up the Juggernaut, because, first of all, you do have the Chen, and I said in the draft of game number 2, but I'll say it again, Juggernaut as well as the Chen make for a very, very good early pushing game combination. Get 1 point in healing ward, and with Chen's large HP pool on his creeps, they'll be able to heal a lot and take a lot of tower shots. And then of course later on you have the Wisp Juggernaut combo, which although isn't as strong as I would say Wisp CK, I would say Wisp Tiny is also a little bit better as well. But you get that early game pressure, and you don't put all your baskets into this early game Wisp strategy. You don't put all your eggs into the late game Wisp Relocate strategy. You get a lot more early game out of that hero pick. And although, I mean, it's going to be a little bit difficult going up against Lone Druid as the Juggernaut, because you'll have 2 things to hit whenever even if you find him alone. It's going to be Omni Slash onto 2 units as opposed to 1. I think it still will be worth No Tidehunter's time to pick that hero up. And against VP, who's most likely going to be laning Lone Druid on the solo hard lane, you really can't do anything about a Wisp, Juggernaut, and Chen push. Because really, what options does he have? First it is going to be the Brewmaster, however. So it looks like S4 that's the hero that he's going to be playing in that mid lane, most likely. Would force Batrider up onto the top lane / into the jungle, depending on how much pressure he is going to be up against. Still solid picks from No Tidehunter. I mean, Brewmaster is a hero that you don't really ever are going to be surprised about. Would give No Tide a lot more team fight. Most importantly, perhaps, is the fact that Brewmaster will be able to, once he pops a split, throw the bear up into the air, which is a pretty huge deal, because once you do that, Lone Druid is just a big sack of meat that doesn't really do any damage, doesn't really have any lockdown, doesn't really have any threat. So solid pickup from Brewmaster, will be able to hold the lane very, very easily versus the Magnus. And VP, the Magnus will be able to hold his own, but the Brewmaster's clap is just a lot more annoying than the Shockwave, I'd say. Because you get that slow attach, which means right clicks are going to be coming up as well, so your harassment in total would generally deal a little bit more damage. VP, do you need another support hero? They've gone for the Leshrac in the previous 2 games. Unfortunately for them, this game, not an available option. What they need to do right now is try to find some way to get counter push. I mean, Keeper of the Light would be great right now, but the pushing from No Tide is going to be dangerous. Actually, possibly for No Tide, they want to lane Io with the Brewmaster. Get a Brewmaster bot lane with a Chen and Wisp in the jungle area, and then pick up something like a Queen of Pain. Okay, it's going to be Jakiro, a very, very solid pickup. Ice Path, as well as Dual Breath, preventing any sort of pushing. However, Jakiro is very immobile, as is Rubik, really. Both very vulnerable to Wisp ganks. So the Jakiro is going to be the pickup for them. Solidify 2 of their supports, and a Riki is the No Tidehunter pick. Well, okay, here we go. Here's what I'm thinking. Loda likes weird heroes, and I'm all for Rikimaru. I mean, I love this hero. It's so much fun. I probably don't play him right. I probably play him too, like, yeah, I probably just don't play him right. But wow, VP, even after the Riki pick, gonna pick up the Phantom Lancer. Riki is really good versus PL. If you get that smoke on him, then, if you get that, smoke screen on him, then no Doppel Walk, and then, even though Phantom Lancer is pretty good armor, he has some pretty high damage. So No Tide gonna run a very, very weird lineup, but it is going to work because of Backstab. It's not exactly as glorious as Reality Rift, but if you tether onto Riki and then backstab someone, that will be a stun, and that means that you have that much time to set up a perfect smoke screen. Usually you do have enough time anyway, but once you backstab, they're gonna instantly run back. But if they get stunned instantly, then you'll have that extra time where they would otherwise be running back to set up your smoke screen. So I do like this pickup from No Tide. We'll see if it actually works out. Rikimaru is a hero that's very soft, although VP, they don't really have all that much burst damage. Jakiro, don't really expect that many levels coming up on him. They have the Lance, Fade Bolt, and Shockwave, but that's really not too much. So Riki's low health will really not hurt him all that much. Let's see who's going to be playing what. Riki is going to be played, no surprise, by Loda. EGM is going to be playing Io. I think it's Io. I'm gonna call him Io. I'm gonna call him Io. S4 is on the Batrider. Aki once again on that Chen. Admiral Bulldog in a hard lane beat Brewmaster, or possibly solo bot lane Brewmaster. On the VP side, Crazy is going to be on the Magnus. Hopefully he has a better time this game than he did in the last. Supporting is going to be Santa on the Jakiro. KSI once again on that bot lane Lone Druid. And S is going to be playing the Rubik, supporting Illidan Airman on that top lane as the Phantom Lancer. And VP just starting off with warding off a whole bunch of VP's camps. They're going to spot off the Jakiro, but Jakiro will be just completely fine. And it looks like it's going to be a tri-lane top for VP. And how do they want to lane Admiral Bulldog? I don't think that an aggressive tri-lane is really viable for no Tide, so they're just going to have Ricky on the bot lane, supported by Aki as well as EGM, and they're just going to be trading the farm of Phantom Lancer for the farm of Ricky. Will be a decent trade moving forward, just because Ricky will be able to assassinate pretty much anyone from VP, maybe with the exception of the Lone Druid. Ricky is going to be getting a lot of farm, and he's a very dangerous hero, and that's not to say that Phantom Lancer isn't a dangerous hero. It's that Ricky is very good at killing heroes, whereas Phantom Lancer is really good just in that pushing role. He's also very good at heroes as well, but just there comparatively, that's how it works out. So Ricky will be able to make a couple of kills happen. However, Phantom Lancer getting farm. They call him Cancer Lancer for a reason, so they should be always wary of that fact. Especially since we have Admiral Bulldog with a double damage rune, not going to help him at all, because he simply cannot come close onto that lane. Putting S4 onto that Batrider in the mid lane is going to give him an edge versus this Magnus. However, the Brewmaster is really not getting anything done right now. If they had Admiral Bulldog on the Batrider and S4 on the Brewmaster, then the what the hell am I trying to talk about? Okay. What they should do right now is just slide the Brewmaster into the mid lane and slide S4 into the jungle. Because then everyone would be getting something. Right now, Crazy is not looking too good. This is not a good look for you. Short skewer, but so many stacks to that tower. S4 taking a couple of tower shots. Crazy can actually turn this one around. Shockwave as well as right click. He's going to stand in the Firefly and burn down, but he does get the first blood. Magnus picking up the first. And we do have Batrider with only 1 point in the Firefly, 1 point in Sticky Napalm, so not really amplifying his damage too much. A little bit of a misplay by S4, but he's going to be okay because his dominance on this lane, if he just prevents himself from doing that all the time, should hold. Really, Admiral Bulldog doesn't have any options right now. Hard lane Brewmaster really not known for surviving or really getting experience at all, so he has to leave. He can't really contribute all that much. Crazy, once again, getting pressured back by S4. He's still getting his experience, still getting a little bit of gold. Batrider should be holding on to this lane relatively well. We can see a 5 creep kill advantage. Not the hugest, but still, it's something. Now our S4 still going for Crazy. Does have support coming in the form of Aki as well. One nuke might be able to do it. Wisp coming in with the spirits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not enough to kill him off. One more right click from each hero, possibly. Now Crazy is tanky enough to get away. EGM, though, still wants in. Did they change the Wisp particles, the Wisp icons as well? I feel like they're a lot more blue now. Now Team Crazy going to go straight toe-to-toe with Io. Aki is here as well, going to give EGM an access route out. Crazy does have Skewer, and he's going to skewer up to the high ground if he gets into too much trouble. Although, yeah, there we go. Wisp Spirits all going to hit. Aki does have a nuke. Wisp Spirits a little bit too short, and the magic wand charges from the Batrider Napalm will let Crazy escape. KSI has moved to the mid lane, so we have a little bit of lane rotation here. They're going to leave Loda down in the spot lane. I guess they figured between Chen and Io, they really can't do anything about that. But it looks like it's actually going to make KSI completely abandoning the bot lane in favor of the jungle. This is something that the Brewmaster cannot do. Jungle Brewmaster really doesn't work that well. You get a little bit of experience from it, but I guess he was just waiting for the creep equilibrium to get a little bit out of hand. And Bulldog's going to finally find some levels, although not that many creep kills. Not by many, and by not many, I mean 0, 1. 1 creep kill on Brewmaster. He's really hurting on this bot lane, on his top lane. Lone Druid, though, level 3, 9 creep kills as well. So he's having a decent time, at least comparative to the Brewmaster. I'm just not casting well at all. I'm just stumbling all over my words. What the hell? Ricky, though, still farming, and S4 and Crazy still continuing their dance of death. 14 for 1 versus the 9 for 0. So S4, not surprisingly, holding on to that lane. Race to the haste rune. NS, he's not going to win this race, and he's got to be careful now. Levitate can hit S4. However, S4 doesn't really have any more Firefly left. The right-click damage should be enough, but with Teleportation Support coming in, the Ice Path is going to not help at all. NS is going to die. S4 is going to get lifted up, but one more right-click will do it. After maybe two, because of the uphill mischance, he's going to take the kill and then haste himself out of there. He actually go for Santa right now. Does have his Firefly in 2 seconds, which will help him just a little bit. He will cast the haste rune, keeping him alive, and S4 is going to find himself a double kill, and he's going to make like a bandit. Run out of there, drink all of his bottle. Killing off the 2 supports, Batrider really is going to solidify his victory in this mid lane, because now he's level 6. He doesn't have the Firefly for another 20-something seconds, but the Tar will still stack up, and now he has the lasso, which means Magnus will not be able to teleport out of skewer out of that. Batrider will have a giant edge here. Loda taking a couple tower shots, probably something you don't want to have happen. But the Ricky is level 6, so he could make a couple things happen around the map now. EGM with that salve going to bring Loda up to full health, and with a Dark Troll up for Aki, they're going to make a push onto this tier 1 tower. KSI can't really do anything to clear this out except for draw the aggro with the bear as he does. But the damage from the tower will still be at least slight. They're going to clear off the creep wave incredibly quickly. The bear is going to be focused by Loda as well, but the creep wave is already going to be focused on the tower, so this tower is going to get focused. Yeah, the bear could come in and draw the aggro, which he's going to do one more time. This tower is still taking a little bit of damage, and really, no Tide not investing all that much into this push. Ricky could still go for a kill on KSI very, very easily. Level 4. On that Lone Druid versus level 6 from Ricky. Shakira will be there to help with the Ice Path, but it only holds him out for a little bit. Ricky going to max out the backstab, going for no point smokescreen. I think next point will be better if he gets 1 point at least. Oh, mid lane, crazy. Once again in a lot of trouble. Does have his bottle though. Finally has his bottle. Batrider. Actually, he has his bottle. He's had his bottle for a while now. What am I talking about? That was the Courier rebottle. S4. Tranquil Boots on him, so that extra movement speed really going to help him move around, especially with the smoke. S4 and Aki, they want to kill onto this Magnus, and Magnus is going to return straight back into the mid lane. Firefly, oh no, they know he's invisible now. Shockwave to fly, however, Aki's still holding on to his smoke. Crazy, you got to watch out for this. Are they actually going to go for it? Yeah, Aki getting into position. There's the net, going to bring the Magnus straight into the troll trap. Where's the troll trap? There it is, but it's going to get stretched out. Reverse polarity onto S4 as well. Right-click damage won't be enough. S4 still on the chase, however. Flame Break going to push him further away. The Ice Path going to hold off S4 from continuing that chase. He can use the rest of that Firefly to just escape. It's well played by the Magnus, escaping that one just barely. No Tide still leading 3-1. They're going to lose their top tier 1 possibly. Illidan as well as NS. Not too much pushing power on these heroes. However, the Phantom Lancer getting some pretty lucky procs with his Juxtapose. Still, this tower is not long for life. Admiral Bulldog going to get a little bit of experience from this. Almost has hit his level 6, actually. Not doing too bad, all things considered. Bulldog going to go strong onto NS. Teleportation support coming in. It's going to be Loda. The damage is going to be huge for NS. And just one Blink Strike should do it. Yep, there we go. One Blink Strike, one right click. And Rubik does die, giving Admiral Bulldog his level 6. So now he could leave this lane and actually be effective, at least in small spurts of time. And Loda on this top lane still hasn't picked up 1 point in that smoke screen. There it is, because now he's up against Phantom Lancer and he knows there's a Doppelwalk on the other end. If Loda goes toe-to-toe with Illidan, he will win pretty much 100% of the time, unless Illidan has a little bit of support coming in. But even then, Loda is going to do a lot of damage. Power Treads on him, always on agility, as well as the Orb of Venom. Very cost-effective item for that Ricky to pick up. Hell, if you're melee, it's pretty much always a cost-effective item, unless you're like Magnus, in which case you don't really rely on hitting people. But just having that little amount of slow really going to help out. Could move into an Eye of Scotty later, although usually that's not the case. But Eye of Scotty on Ricky is ridiculous. That is like the best item on Ricky ever. It's so good. You have no idea, because, I mean, you know how you purge people in the cloud and they can't move? They always can't move when you have Eye of Scotty. It's just glorious. KSI in a little bit of trouble. S4 probably going to look for a Flame Break. KSI going to play it very, very safe. He doesn't know where Loda is, and he knows that he, without his ultimate form, is very, very vulnerable to this Ricky. So Ricky just going to make the long trek down to that bot lane. S4 still farming for his Blink Dagger. He's going to get that relatively shortly as well. 1,500 gold up on him, so only 700 gold until he gets that EGM on the run from this bot lane. Yes, it was just a telekinesis. EGM getting a little bit out of position. The Wisp does die. Loda looking for initiation, perhaps. Doesn't know if there's True Sight. There is a Sentry Ward up on Santa, so he can place that down. And But Aki's level 5, and the Wisp's going to be up in 5 seconds, does have a TP scroll. So it might be a push on this bot lane with the Chen creeps, now level 5. Should be pretty easy for them. Loda going to clear off all those creeps, and yeah, Io's going to come right in. Aki with his creeps leading the way. Oh, actually a tornado. Very, very useful spell to have so early on. But Loda going to clear off the creeps with the 4 points in backstab. Look at that damage. Killing off creeps in 3 hits, no big deal. Tower's going to drop. Tornado spotting everything out, forcing VP back, and this tower will 100% go down. EGM though, looking for initiation perhaps. Loda wants his last right click, and he will get it. Now watch out for that backstab, blink strike, tether combo. It's pretty effective. It's pretty effective. Tower does go down. Loda spotted out by a sentry ward. Does he know about this? Top tower even being denied by Brewmaster. Well done by him. Here we go. Blink dagger on S4. No Tide. Their items are starting to come up. Batrider is a very good hero in combination with that Ricky. Hold them in place so that backstab could hit every single time. Once he gets that blink dagger, he's going to go straight for a kill onto Crazy. He's 1,500 gold away from his blink dagger as well, but he's actually doing pretty well, all things considered, versus this Batrider. He died once, but considering the amount of times that the Batrider has attempted the kill, it's not bad. Ricky going to go straight into that Yasha, actually. Going to try to go for Manta style. Doesn't have anything to really split out of, except for that dust. Loda. Oh, he's going to look for blood. EGM, though, going to reveal himself a little bit prematurely. There's the blink forward from S4. Relocate now as well. Crazy's going to reverse polarity immediately. No. Loda's going to drop the smoke, and Crazy's forced to get out of there. EGM taking a lot of damage from the bear. The Batrider is going to kill off Rubik. There's the reverse polarity onto Abra Bulldog as well as Loda. Macropyre as well. They're both going to take a lot of damage, but Loda can go straight towards the next hero, which is going to be Magnus. Now Illidan going to try to kill off Loda. The invisibility will kick in, though, and he should be just fine. In the meantime, the rest of the fight, Brewmaster has arrived and has split. Going to go straight for KSI. He's going to bring him down, which means no more bear. Crazy returning to his fight, looking for another shockwave into Aki, not going to find Abra Bulldog, returning to his panda form, going to get a double clap, and that's going to make the way for him to escape on out of there. 7-2, no Tidehunter taking a fantastic fight. Skewer forward from Magnus, going to look for one more shockwave as well as a lance. That's going to kill off the Batrider, but a troll trap going to latch Tame Wild within the tower. Another clap as well. There's no more skewer for this Magnus, so he's going to drop as well. Now the Batrider has returned to this fight. Wisp, Spirits, actually no, the Flame Break just on the edge, killing off the Jakiro. 9 for 3 is the final score. And Loda, what did he get out of this? 1 kill, I believe? No, that was 2 kills. But just staying alive in that, despite being caught in the reverse polarity, as well as the Macropyre. Some high damage spells being thrown out there, but just not enough. No Tide throwing out that Hand of God, keeping everyone alive. Brewmaster split coming in at the perfect time as well. 9-3 is the advantage for No Tide. And VP, there's another one of those situations, kind of like in the first game, where No Tide had such a great team fight setup, but they just couldn't translate it into anything. This time VP with such fantastic team fight setup, but just unable to translate it into anything. Now S4 looking for blood. Illidan is out of mana to doppelwalk, and S4 is circling around. He's gonna catch KSI, but that's a really tough nut to crack. Loda gotta clear off these creep waves, and if he acts too aggressive, VP are gonna know that something's up. Is there a true sight? There isn't on anything. Oh, there's one sentry ward, Jakiro. Could S4 go for this Jakiro kill by himself? Here comes Ricky, though. Oh, they pick off this Jakiro so easily. Oh, Jakiro's dead. That's it. Game over, man. Game over. Blink strike, and then smoke screen, pushing him out of the smoke screen, but yeah, there he goes. Now silence onto the Magnus, going just through the smoke a little bit, but he's going to skewer in. That means no skewer out. Relocate coming in. Brewmaster as well as EGM. Reverse polarity. Going to catch both. However, Ricky, where is he? Iron Bulldog still in the middle of everything. Doesn't have a split. However, he's not taking any damage from this flame break. Going to get S4 an instant double kill. NS going to steal the clap. However, he's out of mana. He cannot cast it. Relocate is going to save Brewmaster as well as that Wisp. Now Loda going to turn into the fight. 3 hits. Going to kill off that Rubik. And now going to hunt for KSI. KSI is going to manage to escape successfully. But No Tide taking 4 kills there in exchange for none. That relocate, you would think it'll be Ricky as well as the IO coming in, but actually using the Brewmaster, it's not a bad combo at all. It's not as powerful as CK, but if you relocate a Ricky in, well, the thing is you don't have to relocate a Ricky in because he's invisible. That's he's always there, and they don't know if he's going to be there. That's the point of relocate. You have Brewmaster without a Blink Dagger, that's very, very effective. Get in for the clap, get in for the split, which didn't come this time in particular, but you'll be able to make some damage happen. And it's actually working very well versus VP. Ricky destroying that top lane tower, 2,700 gold on him. Manta style available if he wants it. He's farming very, very well. 402 on this Ricky. And No Tide breaking out some unorthodox picks, but to great effect. VP, what do they have going for them? They have the fact that the Phantom Lancer does have his defusal up, which is incredibly huge. He needs more levels though, only level 9 versus the level 11 of Ricky. The longer this game goes, the bigger the Phantom Lancer is going to be a threat towards that Ricky. Mana burn as well, very, very deadly versus the Brewmaster, who needs a lot of mana to blink, clap, and then split. The more mana burn that comes, the greater VP is going to be at an advantage, especially since the Phantom Lancer is going to have a lot of time to just lay the beat down while the enemies are stunned with the reverse polarity. Loda, gotta be careful, doesn't know about the Sentry Ward situation. He's going to want to go for an attempt onto Illidan. If he lands a smoke, he can bring him down. He's got to make sure not to get too close to the Sentry Ward. Playing a very dangerous game right here. S4 is going to come right in, blink forward, going to catch NS, relocate with the Brewmaster as well. They're all going to come in, and wow, Rubik going to die in an instant. Loda going to blink strike onto Santa. Dust going to fly, but it's not going to be enough to save off Santa. Loda, oh, that was actually enemy. That was actually Dust from No Tide, looking for the Phantom Lancer. 2 down again. VP losing both of their supports. Easy relocate ganks. That was just Batrider moving around, and that wasn't exactly Rubik or Chikiro out of position either. That was just very well played aggression from No Tidehunter. They could continue doing that. Split wasn't even used, wasn't even close to being necessary. Now the Blink Dagger on the Brewmaster, they don't even have to relocate him in. If you can relocate the Chen, that'll be really lulzy. Illidan's gonna get pressured back by S4, no big deal there. 60 minutes in with a huge kill advantage, 10,000 gold as well as experience in favor of No Tide. I'm just going to continue going like that until VP can make something happen. Thing is, their bear doesn't have that much. The Fusel Blade on Phantom Lancer is great, but he's going to need a lot more support from his team. Because on No Tide, we see Blink Daggers, we see Force Staves, Urn, another Blink Dagger, Yasha, Mech up on Aki, and a huge team fight as well. Aki getting caught out of position, but the Mech saving him a lot of HP, forcing himself out as well. Here comes Batrider looking for a lasso. Who's it going to be? Loda going to go right onto Santa. He's going to bring him down easily. In the meantime, Io has killed off the Rubik. Ice Path going to hold the Ricky out just a little bit more, but a Blink Strike will kill the Chikiro off. And again, 2 supports caught out from VP. Trying to go for Aki. GG is the call. NS has had enough. 17 minutes in, and VP get completely wiped. So that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Not the most exciting games I've ever seen in my entire life, but hey, what are you going to do? Sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. 17-3, No Tide taking it 2-1 over VP. Pretty large accomplishment. No Tidehunter, they're not a bad team at all. They're in fact one of the best teams right now. But VP, they're also one of the best. So yeah, very well done to No Tidehunter. We're gonna move on. If you enjoyed this set cast, then like, subscribe, let your friends know. If you didn't, let me know what I can do better in the future. Actually upcoming onto my 1-year mark for casting, which is pretty huge. And also, guys, I played in a League of Legends all random, all mid tournament. I haven't played League in like 3 years, and I won. Game is fucking easy, and now I have a Teemo hat. It's pretty cool. GG. GG! Gotta get that League bashing at the end. Gotta.